All right, welcome back for part two of this deep dive.
Part two.
We are going to be talking about, last time we talked about,
Yeah.
finding your niche and really defining your community's purpose.
Yeah, purpose was a big one.
And now we're going to be exploring strategies for really,
Absolutely.
taking your online community experience to the next level.
Yeah, to the next level. Like, we've got the foundation.
Right.
And now we're building upon it.
Yeah, exactly. And one of
Like the frame in the house.
yes.
Right? You've got it framed up, and now you're starting to really
Make it a home.
make it a home. Yeah.
That's a great analogy. I like that.
Put the walls up.
So one of the first things that
Mhm.
our sources really emphasize is
Yeah.
this power of mentorship and accountability.
Yeah.
They suggest finding a mentor or an accountability partner within your online community.
That's interesting.
And you might be surprised by the impact this can have
Well,
on your experience.
there's actually research that shows that having a dedicated mentor in an online space
Okay.
can dramatically increase your engagement and productivity.
Wow.
It's like having this personalized guide
Right.
that can offer advice and support.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody who's been there and done that before you.
Right. They've kind of walked the walk
Exactly.
and you can glean from their experience.
Yeah, and think about joining like an accountability group
Okay.
within your community.
Yeah.
So maybe you're in like an online writing community.
Mhm.
So you could set deadlines for each other. You can share feedback on drafts,
That's great.
celebrate each other's publishing successes.
Oh, I love that. And our sources suggest that
Mhm.
one really good way to find a mentor is to reach out to someone whose contributions you already admire.
Okay.
Someone who you think, man, that person really seems to get it.
Yeah, they're doing it.
Yeah, and ask them, hey, would you be open to
Yeah.
collaborating or maybe even mentoring me? Worst they can say is no. Right.
Yeah. Exactly. You never know until you ask.
That's right.
Right.
Okay, next up is a topic that's absolutely crucial
Okay.
for any healthy community,
Yeah.
whether it's online or off,
Right.
and that is respect and inclusivity.
Mm.
And it can be so easy to forget
Absolutely.
that there are real people,
For sure.
with diverse backgrounds and experiences
Yes.
behind those usernames.
Behind those avatars. Yeah, exactly.
Very true.
So how do we
Well, I think it's about
cultivate that?
creating a space where everyone feels safe
Right.
to share their thoughts, their
Yeah.
perspectives.
Yeah.
One really practical tip
Mm-hmm.
is to pause before you post
Mm.
and to consider how your words might be received
Okay.
by someone from a different background.
That's good.
Are you making assumptions?
Right.
Could your language be misinterpreted?
Oh, that's such a good point. And I think it's important to remember that fostering inclusivity isn't just about being nice. Right.
it's incredibly beneficial
It is.
for the community as a whole.
It is, yeah.
So
Yeah.
what does that look like, the benefit?
Well, there was a recent study on online forum discussions
Okay.
that found that diverse groups actually generate more innovative solutions
Interesting.
than homogenous groups.
Uh-huh.
So when you have all these different perspectives coming together,
Yeah.
you get a richer, more dynamic conversation.
Makes total sense.
with
Yeah.
More ideas.
Cross-pollination.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
that's great.
Sweet.
Another quick tip that our sources emphasized
Okay.
is to use inclusive language
Uh-huh.
and acknowledge others' contributions.
Yeah,
These are small gestures,
they are.
but they can really go a long way
Absolutely.
in creating that welcoming atmosphere.
Yeah, those small actions can have a big impact
Right.
on the overall community vibe.
Okay. Moving on to a topic that I know I personally struggle with
Okay.
is avoiding overcommitment.
Mm.
It's so tempting to join every online group that sounds interesting.
Oh, I know, right? So many.
So many. Our sources really caution against spreading ourselves too thin.
It's like signing up for 10 streaming services.
Yeah.
And then realizing you don't even have time to watch one.
Exactly. You end up just feeling overwhelmed and
Yeah.
not really engaging
Yeah.
deeply
Right.
in any of the communities.
Be selective. Prioritize
Yeah.
the communities that genuinely resonate with you.
Right. So it's really quality over quantity.
Yeah. Think about where you feel most seen, where you feel most heard.
That's good.
And don't be afraid to step back from communities that aren't serving you anymore.
I love that. That's great. Okay.
Yeah.
So speaking of quality,
Okay.
let's talk about using social media strategically for community building.
Yeah.
We all know how easy it is to get sucked into that endless scrolling.
Oh, absolutely. Doom
that.
scrolling, right.
Yeah.
But social media can be a powerful tool.
Okay.
When you use it with intention.
Okay, so instead of aimlessly scrolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, what can we do?
Think about following specific hashtags.
Oh, that's a good one.
That relate to your interests.
So it's like using those hashtags as a filter.
It is.
To find the content.
Absolutely.
And the conversations that are relevant to me.
Yeah, so for example, if you're a writer, you might follow hashtags like, hashtag writing community. Yeah. Or hashtag MWriting.
Yeah, and I actually keep a list of hashtags on my phone.
That's a great strategy.
That I'm interested in.
Yeah.
And that helps me kind of stay.
Yeah, to kind of keep track.
Yeah, keep track.
Yeah, so you don't fall down the rabbit hole.
Exactly. Avoid the black hole.
The social media black hole.
Exactly. And another tip from our sources is to engage with content creators or influencers who share your interests.
That's right.
And I think sometimes people are afraid to reach out or leave a comment.
They are.
But those small interactions can really lead to
absolutely meaningful connections. Yeah, building community online is about being an active participant, not just a passive consumer.
I love that. Okay.
Right.
On that note,
the
last tip we'll cover is something I think we all need to hear sometimes.
All right.
And that is...
What's that?
Taking breaks.
Ah, yes. Self-care.
Yes, giving ourselves permission to step away from the digital world.
Away from the screen.
Even if it's just for a few hours.
Absolutely. Remember, you're bringing your whole self to these online communities.
That's true.
Your energy, your ideas, your emotions.
Right.
And just like in the offline world,
yeah,
you need time to recharge and replenish those resources.
Like they tell you on the airplane, right?
Exactly.
Put on your own oxygen mask first.
Yes.
Before helping others.
Yeah.
You can't pour from an empty cup.
Exactly. And taking those breaks can actually make you a more engaged and valuable member.
Oh, interesting.
Of the community in the long run.
Because you're coming back refreshed.
You are.
And ready to contribute.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic.
That's right.
So as we wrap up, that leads perfectly into our final thought for you today.
What's that?
As you continue to explore and build connections in online communities, think about one small step you can take today to enhance your experience.
Right.
Maybe it's reaching out to someone you admire.
Okay.
Maybe it's setting some kind of social media time limit. Maybe it's just committing to being more mindful of your interactions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whatever it is, take that one step.
Yeah, I think,
and see what happens.
Building meaningful online communities takes effort.
It does.
But the rewards are absolutely worth it.
Yeah.
Finding your people.
Yeah.
Learning, growing together.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Beautiful thing.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. We'll see you next time. Happy connecting.
Happy connecting.
Well, damn,
Bye.